What is up, YouTube? Mr. SRS1995 here with your Monday Night Raw review. So the show starts off with John Cena coming out, talking about his elbow, how he got surgery, and how he should be the number one contender against CM Punk at Hell in a Cell. So then Ryback comes out, and we have a Ryback vs. Epico and Primo match, and I am really getting behind Ryback. I am really starting to like this gimmick, like this character, even though it's WWE's version of Goldberg. I am really getting into Ryback. Yeah. So then we get Brodus Clay, All Truth, dancing with Little Jimmy, which in my book was pointless, but I guess I needed a way to introduce McMahon. So Vince comes up on the Titantron and says, "You guys need to dance up the stage so I can do the WWE State of Address." So then Vince is doing his little thing, talking about, and then here comes CM Punk, the best in the world. He comes down wearing his brand new T-shirt, which, by the way, I am a huge fan of. And you get Vince back and forth with Punk. And then Punk says he's being disrespected, that it's a slap in the face, and that Vince has been slapping him in the face for years. And BAM! Punk slaps Vince square on the face. And this is about the moment at the time where I was like, yeah, buddy, because this was awesome. I mean, this was insanely awesome. I think they're trying to recreate Austin versus McMahon with Punk versus McMahon just a little bit, but I think it's really giving Punk that push that he needs as a heel, because everyone knows he is better as a heel than he is a face. So then we get the prime time players versus Ray and Sin Cara. And Ray and Sin Cara get the win. What else can I say? This match was not entertainment to me. I'm sorry. So we get Sheamus versus Wade, which was actually a pretty good match. I liked it. I guess Sheamus wins. 10 sign interfered and Big Show interfered, so I guess that'd be a DQ, even though it was never declared a DQ. So then we get a breast cancer awareness video. So then we get Tyson Kidd versus Tony Cesaro. This was a complete squash match. Tony Cesaro gets the win. Alright, so then we move on to Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and ADR. Now I missed most of this match because I was getting something to eat. I came back and I saw around the half end of it, and it was pretty good. I liked it. Team Hell No gets the win. So then we get JR backstage trying to talk Vince out of this, and Vince says, you used to go Stone Cold. Well, I want you to go McMahon. And he goes, I'll give you the best I got. He goes, no, I want it now. So then we get good old JR backstage with Vince. It was awesome. I loved it. Now we get Larry King and his wife, Shawn, I think it was, and Miz. And then Miz comes out saying how it's his birthday, how his talk show is way better than Larry King's ever was and ever will be, how he's a wash-up. So then Kofi Kingston comes out, and he calls Kofi Kingston a never was superstar, which I found completely hilarious. And, then he gets in Larry King's face. His wife Shawn throws water in the Miz's face. Then we get Kofi attacking the Miz, which, was okay, I guess. Kofi just puts too much energy into it. I know it's his gimmick, I know it's his character, but he's always just too amped up. I don't know, I just never believe it. So then we get the Road Scholars versus Santino, Marella, and Zack Ryder. And of course, the winners are the Road Scholars. And I hope they win the tournament, and I hope they beat Team Hell No. I'm a big Cody Rhodes fan. I'm a big Damien Sandow fan. They're two of my favorite heels, and I really hope they win the tag team titles. But then they're banned Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, and we're drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. They attack Santino Marella, and that's about it. Drew McIntyre. He's the third one. Okay. So then we get Kaitlyn versus Eve, and Eve wins, and she wins with like an ankle leg lock kind of move on Caitlyn's injured ankle, and she doesn't let go. And then Layla comes in, who's the number one contender, and she gets Eve off, and then Eve's acting sorry. And I'm not following the storyline. I don't really care if any of you do. I doubt it, because it's a Divas WWE segment. So then we get Josh backstage with Del Rio about Randy Orton's tweet about going to SmackDown, and it was okay. Anything Del Rio does is boring to me. I'm sorry. The only reason that tag team match was good was because Ziggler, Bryan, and Kane were there. Then we get breast cancer survivors and families and the audience, which I am really loving this breast cancer thing with the WWE. The WWE has a huge fan base. They're going to be able to get a lot of support with that breast cancer. We get Larry King and Shawn backstage with Daniel Bryan and Kane, which is hilarious. There you go. Great. My favorite part was when Kane came up and they started arguing. He goes, "Great, you scared off Larry King." That was Larry King. I thought it was Skeletor. It was just hilarious. We get Paul and Punk backstage, and it's okay. It's just getting late for the match. So then we get Ryback versus Punk. I mean, not Ryback versus Vince versus Punk, and they go back and forth. And then Ryback comes out, and Punk runs, and Cena throws him back in the ring, and Punk is about to get hit with the Shell Shocker, I think, Shell Shock. And he gets out of it, runs, and then Vince says, "You're going to choose between Cena or Ryback to face a Hell in a Cell for the WWE title." Ladies and gentlemen, that was Raw. I thought it was great. I would give it an 8, maybe even an 8.5 out of 10. What do you think? Leave it in the comment section below, and stay tuned.